Sagittarius, perhaps you didn't expect this, but in just a very near moment, something will happen, something that will make your heart tremble with joy. It's not a coincidence. This is the moment the universe chooses you to reveal the reward that waited behind every test you've survived. When the sun forms a rare trine with Jupiter, your ruling planet, a sacred gateway of energy begins to open, and the universe is whispering your name. This message will bring tears to your eyes, not out of sadness, but because you'll realize that every hardship you endured had meaning. I promise you, by the end of this video, you'll understand why the tears that may fall tomorrow are not tears of pain, but the sign of a miracle that heaven is sending just for Sagittarius. You've felt it before, haven't you? That sense of being too far gone, too tired, and almost losing faith in the idea of reward. But then, as the moon shines upon the heart of Sagittarius, the energy of joy, grace, and divine recognition begins to rise again. This is not coincidence, because Sagittarius was born under Jupiter, the planet of miracles, expansion, and faith. And when Jupiter joins hands with the Sunday, it marks a rare cycle of happiness unfolding. Tomorrow, Saturday the 8th, could be the moment you receive a great message, perhaps an invitation, a joyful announcement about your work, or a sign from the one you've been praying for. If you can feel this energy right now, don't just listen, participate in it. Write down below in the comments, "I'm ready to receive my greatest joy." Because when you declare it, you are aligning yourself with the frequency of Jupiter, the planet blessing Sagittarius at this very moment. Your comment is not just a few words. It's your way of telling the universe, "I'm ready to reclaim what was always mine." And you know what? What makes this moment so special isn't just the good news that's coming, but the deeper astrological meaning behind it. Up next, we'll dive into the true power of Sagittarius at this time and why the universe chose you to awaken the frequency of happiness that you might have lost somewhere earlier this year. Sagittarius, child of Jupiter, child of light, the traveler whose journey never truly ends. You don't live just to exist. You live to seek meaning, to touch the sacred truth hidden beneath every so-called coincidence. And right now, as Jupiter, your guardian planet, forms that rare trine with the moon in a fire sign, a magnificent force is being awakened. It's the energy of faith, of rebirth through light, of a soul that knows how to smile even when the world falls apart. Maybe you've stood amid loss and whispered, "It's okay, I still believe." And in that very moment, the universe chose you, because Sagittarius was born to guard the torch of faith even when the wind blows out every other flame. You are the pilgrim of light, unafraid of the dark, because you know in the night, only those who carry the torch can see the path ahead. When Jupiter, the planet of blessings, casts its glow upon the moon, it stirs an ancient memory in your spirit, a memory of lifetimes where you've fallen and risen again, but never forgot how to smile. You see, you forgot that your faith itself is the miracle, not something else, not someone else. Your brave heart, is the key that opens every divine door. And when you believe, you make the universe bow and smile back at you. Tomorrow, as this energy reaches its peak, the universe will send its signal. I see you now. Not everyone is brave enough to live honestly with their feelings, but Sagittarius is. You love deeply. You trust deeply. You fall hard, and you rise even harder. Because in your nature, there's no room for half-truths. Astrologers call this period the renewal of faith, a cycle where Jupiter opens the gates of expansion and the moon awakens compassion. This is the time when your sincerity begins to be recognized by the universe. I know there were nights when you looked at the sky and asked, "Have I lived right?" And the answer, even in silence, has always been, yes, you have. Because you never stopped being kind, even through the darkest days, Sagittarius. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be real. Because that authenticity, that raw, open heart is the frequency that invites miracles home. Jupiter doesn't just bring you luck. It teaches you how to see luck, even in the middle of loss. That's the wisdom of the Sagittarius soul, to turn every failure into wisdom and every rejection into a redirection from destiny itself. With this trine now active, your energy is magnified. Opportunities reopen where doors once closed. Relationships begin to heal through deeper understanding. And faith returns, not as naive hope, but as the strength of a soul that has matured through storms. Maybe you haven't seen the full results yet, but Jupiter's fire is turning the wheel of fate in silence, aligning everything, gently but precisely, to guide you back where you belong. Because a miracle never arrives early, but always arrives right on time, for the one who has become bright enough not to lose it again. I believe what makes Sagittarius different isn't luck, it's the mindset of light. You don't run from the dark, you walk right into it and light it from within. That's a rare kind of bravery. A heroism without weapons, armed only with faith. In a world afraid of being hurt, you dare to love, to trust, to fall, and to begin again. That's your spiritual gift to the world, the courage to keep believing in goodness, because without souls like you, Sagittarius, the world would forget how to hope. And maybe that's your soul's mission, not just to live for yourself, but to remind others that light still exists. There are people who enter your life to teach you how to believe, and there are those who leave to test whether you still can. But you, Sagittarius, you've overcome both. In the eyes of the universe, that's not just a victory, it's a confirmation of your soul. Like a traveler crossing the desert, the universe looks at you and smiles. Now, my child, you deserve to drink from the waters of miracles, and the tears that may fall tomorrow will be tears of grace. Because you never gave up. Because you chose to keep believing even when there was no promise that the miracle would come. True faith doesn't need proof. It only needs a heart bright enough to trust that the dawn will return. The world deeply needs souls like Sagittarius, those who still dare to open their hearts after being hurt. In a society rushing endlessly, trust has become more precious than gold. And you, with your kindness and your wisdom, are the living example. You teach the world that you don't need to win to be happy, only to be grateful. You don't need to be perfect to be loved, only to be real. You don't need to understand everything, only to believe that everything happens for a reason. That is the most profound lesson the universe is sending to you and through you, to all of humanity. If your heart is stirring as you hear these words, it's not a coincidence. It's Jupiter activating your frequency. Write down below in the comments, "I'm ready to receive my light and my great faith." Because when you write those words, you're telling the universe, "I'm ready to continue the journey of light." And in that very moment, the current of luck begins to move. You're not the one listening to this video. It's the universe listening to you through your own heart. But what makes this period truly special isn't just the fire burning inside your chest. It's the person who's noticing that light from afar. A certain soul, maybe an old friend, a twin flame, or someone walking a similar spiritual path, is feeling your shift. And in the next chapter, you'll understand why, when Sagittarius rises, the whole world around them begins to move too. Because when one Sagittarius shines, hundreds of other souls light up with them. There are nights when you look up at the sky, see the moon shimmering against the dark, and something in you trembles softly, as if someone is calling your name from far away. Sagittarius. That's the moon, the mother of emotions, whispering to Jupiter, the father of faith and hope. They're speaking about you. They're redrawing your destiny with light. In astrology, when the moon symbol of the heart harmonizes with Jupiter, planet of blessings, it's like a divine benediction written directly upon your soul. This is a time when emotion, intuition, and faith intertwine to open the gateway of miracles. You may not see changes immediately, but you'll feel them. A sense of lightness in your chest, a strange little sign, a message from someone, a joyful news, an opportunity blooming after a long silence, or simply a sudden trust in goodness again, without any clear reason why. Those signs are not random. Because Jupiter and the moon only meet in this way when the universe wants to confirm that you've gone far enough, learned deep enough, to receive what once was yours but now in a higher, more beautiful, and more deserving form. At a deeper astrological level, the trine between Jupiter and the moon represents emotional recognition. It's like a teacher standing on a hilltop, watching their student after years of effort and smiling. You've understood. Now, it's time for your reward. Energetically, this is when you might feel a promise fulfilled. Someone from the past returning not to hurt you, but to close what was left unsaid. Or a new door opening right when you were about to give up. Sagittarius, know this. Jupiter is never late. It only arrives when your heart is finally open enough to receive. Some gifts were sent long ago, but the universe delivers them only when you've grown calm enough to hold them with peaceful hands. At this very moment, Venus, the planet of love, attraction, and value, is moving into the sign opposite Sagittarius. This brings a gentle stirring inside your heart, a wave of affection, a longing for connection, or even an unexpected financial opportunity that arrives through a relationship. Venus doesn't come to make you depend on anyone. She comes to heal the imbalance between giving and receiving. If you've given too much, this is the time when the universe wants to give back. Under Venus's influence, you become softer, more magnetic, and others begin to notice the light that you may have forgotten within yourself. It could be someone from the past returning with new eyes, or a new opportunity light as the wind, yet warm like the first sunlight of winter. For Sagittarius, love has never been just a feeling, it's a journey of the soul. And now, the universe is offering you a chance to love again, but this time, to love with freedom, not fear. When you stop chasing, that's when true love can finally find you. On a deeper level, the North Node, the point of destiny, is being activated in your chart. It represents the soul's calling, the direction you can't escape, because it's the very reason you exist. When the North Node awakens, you may notice new people appear, yet you feel as if you've known them forever. Opportunities arrive by perfect coincidence at the throne, a very moment you need them. Or something old returns, wearing a completely new form. It's not random. It's the door of destiny opening, where what was once lost comes back, but only after you've learned why you had to lose it. Sagittarius, you are stepping into a field of transformation, from learning to becoming, from desire to fulfillment. Everything unfolding now, even the smallest details, is gently guiding you toward the path your soul wrote long ago. I believe that inside every person there are two skies, one above and one within. When those two skies align, miracles happen. The harmony between Jupiter and the Moon is not just an astronomical event, it's a symbol of unity between the soul and the human heart. You can't receive light while your heart is closed, just as the sky cannot reflect the moon when the water below is restless. Sometimes, you don't need to try harder, you only need to stop resisting. Let yourself be still, and let the universe do its part. When you stop trying to control everything, miracles finally find a window to enter your heart. Under Jupiter's light, the lesson Sagittarius is learning is this: there is no true failure, only expansion. When people leave, you learn to love yourself. When chances fade, you learn to create your own. When your faith is shaken, you learn to trust in God, in the universe, in your soul's path. This is the journey of turning pain into portals. And the moon, with her soft, feminine energy, is helping you heal so that you can fully receive the blessings Jupiter is preparing to send. Sometimes we have to cry before we realize that true joy doesn't come from what we have, but from the feeling of being alive, being loved, being seen. Imagine this: you're walking beneath the night sky, and a gentle wind brushes past, carrying the scent of memory. You don't know why, but in that instant, your heart feels warm again. That's the energy of the Jupiter-Moon trine, a small miracle, yet enough to make your whole soul smile. And perhaps tomorrow, When you open your phone, you'll find a message, an invitation, or an unexpected door swinging open. Don't rush to call it coincidence, because coincidences are simply the universe's way of keeping secrets about the things it has already arranged for you. Miracles don't make noise. They arrive like a breath, a touch, like moonlight gliding across the surface of a quiet lake. If your heart is resonating as you hear these words, write down below in the comments, "I'm ready to open the door to my miracle." Because when you speak it, the universe hears. When you believe, energy begins to move. And when you are grateful, every doorway becomes an entrance to light. But Sagittarius, the story doesn't end here. The alignment between Jupiter and the Moon is only the beginning of the Sagittarius miracle. As Venus and Saturn prepare to shift positions in the coming days, another current of energy is forming, one tied to a major message, a moment of recognition, or an unexpected action from someone who has quietly been watching your journey. In the next part, we'll go deeper into the big news. When the door opens, you'll understand who's sending this signal, why this timing is so sacred, and how you can walk through that door without losing your peace. Because every time a Sagittarius believes again, another star is born in the sky. So, Sagittarius, let yourself cry if you need to. Those tears aren't weakness. They are the sign that your soul is touching grace. Perhaps no one sees it, the nights you talk quietly to yourself. No one knows how many times you've swallowed your tears just to keep your faith alive. But the universe knows. Saturn, the planet of lessons and discipline, has been watching you throughout this entire, and it saw you not run away. It saw you choose to stay, to believe in yourself, even when no one clapped, even when no one believed you would make it. That was the moment your soul's lesson began to be recorded. Saturn never punishes. He teaches you how to be strong while keeping your heart soft. As this cycle closes, the reward is not money or fame, but peace. A kind of peace that can never be bought, only earned. Sagittarius, have you ever noticed that people with the biggest hearts often go through the deepest losses? Not to make them suffer, but to teach them how to understand the world through the eyes of compassion. Every tear you've cried is a drop of rain the universe uses to water the seeds of your future joy. And tomorrow, when light falls upon your sign, those tears will turn into light. Not because everything suddenly becomes perfect, but because you finally understand nothing is ever truly lost. Everything is only transforming into a better version of itself. What once broke you has now become the foundation that helps you stand tall. Those who left were never punishment, they were messengers, guiding you closer to yourself. You once thought you were abandoned, but in truth, the universe was simply clearing the way so that what truly belongs to you could finally arrive. According to astrology, Saturn, the planet of discipline and karma, is slowly moving out of its opposition with Jupiter, marking the end of a 3-year soul learning cycle. And no, This chapter hasn't been easy. You may have faced a love that fell apart, a dream that seemed impossible to save, or a time when everything felt heavy, delayed, and isolating. But that's Saturn's lesson to teach you endurance, to show you what's real and what's illusion, and to help you realize that true strength doesn't come from control, but from surrendering with love. Now, as Saturn completes this long trial, the universe sends your reward, maturity, gratitude, and a new kind of light. After a soul learns patience, the universe always sends a miracle, quiet but profound. I've always believed that tears are not just emotions, they are the language of the soul. When the heart speaks before the mouth can form the words. Each time you cry, you're cleansing an old energy inside you. Like rain washing dust away, tears wash away what no longer belongs to you. And after the rain, you feel lighter, clearer. Sagittarius, don't fear your tears. They're not signs of weakness. They are proof that you can still feel, still love, still hope. Tears are proof that your heart is still alive, still believing, still brave enough to love this life. In today's world, many mistake happiness for what can be touched or owned. But under Saturn's influence, you've come to understand true joy doesn't come from possessions, but from knowing you deserve to be happy. Not because you have more, but because you've learned to treasure what little you have. Not because life got lighter, but because you grew strong enough to carry it with a smile. You've discovered that peace is wealth, gratitude is abundance, and being yourself is the greatest reward of all. Happiness isn't a destination. It's the feeling you carry as you walk the road. Not everyone can walk through darkness and still remain kind. But you did, Sagittarius, because you've understood. If you become bitter, you'll turn into the very darkness you once feared. If you forgive, you free yourself. Saturn teaches that forgiveness isn't for others to rest easy. It's for you to finally breathe again. And when you forgive, your heart begins to glow like a torch lighting the path before you. Sagittarius, you don't need to prove anything. True light never needs to boast. It only needs to be. Through your compassion, you've become living proof that love is the greatest power in this universe. No one plants a seed at night and expects flowers by morning. But the universe has a perfect memory. Every act of kindness you've given, a comforting word, a helping hand, even a small smile has been recorded and will return when the time is ripe. Saturn, the planet of karma, always ensures that divine justice is fulfilled not early, not late, but right on time. And that's why tomorrow will be a moment of confirmation. Something, a message, an opportunity, or a simple phrase will remind you, the universe never forgot me. Because what you've done in kindness always comes back to you as miracles. Maybe yesterday you asked, "Why me?" But today, you'll whisper, "Thank you for letting it be me." Because without the cracks, the light could never enter. Without falling, you'd never know how to rise in faith. Without loneliness, you'd never learn to love yourself. And so you see, Every challenge that once made you want to give up was a staircase leading your soul higher. Pain doesn't come to destroy you. It comes to shape you into a bearer of light. If you can feel this light awakening in your heart, write down below in the comments, "I'm ready to turn my tears into light and step into my new chapter of peace." Because when you write it, you are declaring to the universe that you're no longer waiting for a miracle. You are the miracle the universe created to heal the world. When a Sagittarius heart is illuminated, hundreds of other souls find their way home. But your story doesn't end here. Because when tears turn into light, that light begins to radiate outward, touching the souls who've been silently watching you. In the next part, you'll understand more about the big news. When the door opens, you'll see why the big energy of Saturn, after releasing its weight, is leading you toward a public reward from the universe. A moment so tender, so surprising, it may bring you to tears once again. For when Sagittarius completes the lesson of pain, the universe returns the reward through the very joy you once thought you no longer deserved. Sagittarius, you have walked through darkness to become light for others. Keep walking. Your journey is far from over, and ahead of you the dawn is waiting. Sagittarius, can you hear it? A sound so quiet, yet enough to make your heart tremble. A door somewhere is opening. After all these silent months, you'll realize not all silence means endings. Some silences are just the moments when the universe inhales right before giving you something extraordinary. And now, as Mercury, the planet of messages and communication, conjoins with Venus, the planet of love and recognition, a new current of energy is flowing through your sign. It carries messages, invitations, and long-awaited promises being fulfilled. It could be an email you never expected, a call from someone who once made you cry, or simply a small sign, quiet yet clear, that tells you the miracle is already on its way. In astrology, Mercury represents messages, clarity, intellect, and connection. Venus, on the other hand, embodies love, beauty, and value. When these two planets meet, they begin to speak the same language, the language of the heart. This is the moment when the universe is preparing to send you a message. It could come through another person, through intuition, or through a coincidence so beautiful it makes you smile. If you've been waiting for an answer, an apology, or a confirmation, this is the energetic wave carrying that news toward you. You're not searching for something. That something is searching for you. Sagittarius, you've opened your heart with faith. You've learned to forgive through light. Now, Venus simply brings the result in ways that are gentle, unexpected, and beautiful. It could be someone you once prayed for returning with words that make you tremble, or a professional opportunity reappearing when you thought it was gone forever. All of it is proof that the universe never forgets the prayers spoken by the heart. Do you remember the moment you prayed? When you whispered in silence, "Just give me a sign, so I know I'm still on the right path." Here it is. Mercury is the messenger delivering that sign. It could be a sudden opening in your career, someone from the past returning with a new energy, or an unexpected event that makes you realize all those difficult days were never in vain. So keep your heart ready. There's no need to predict, no need to control. Miracles appear the moment you stop trying to explain them. The universe doesn't need you to understand, only to believe. And sometimes, the biggest news doesn't come from the outside world. It's that moment within you when your heart feels calm and you just know everything is unfolding exactly as it should. On the highest frequencies of energy, every prayer is heard not in words, but in the vibration of the heart. You've been vibrating in the frequency of gratitude, and that's why the universe is responding. What's coming to you now isn't luck, it's the echo of your own light. When you vibrate in gratitude, miracles can't help but find you. If you've lost faith before, remember, every challenge was a forge, every tear was a prayer, and everything you gave in love is now returning, multiplied. You might be surprised to find that your reward doesn't come from where you expected, but from exactly where your soul needs it most. Venus is opening your heart. Mercury is helping you hear the voice of your soul more clearly. This is a sacred time for loving communication. A conversation, a letter, a hug, or even silence may become the language of love. If there's someone you once loved, someone you drifted away from, or someone you never got to thank, this is the time when your energies may reconnect, not to repeat the past, but to heal what remained unfinished. Sometimes, someone returns, not to love you again, but to remind you that your heart has finally learned its lesson. Sagittarius, don't be afraid to open your heart. No one can hurt you now that you've learned to love through light, because at that level, even love becomes a sacred instrument of the soul. The big news isn't just an email or an invitation. Sometimes it's that quiet feeling of the universe placing a hand on your shoulder and saying, "I see you. You've done well." That's when you start noticing synchronicities. 11 to 11 showing up just as you think of someone. A song playing exactly when you need to hear it. A dream that brings comfort. And when you wake up, your heart feels lighter. All of that is the universe speaking. We call them signs or omens, but really, they are confirmations. Miracles don't need to shout, they only need you to listen. If you've ever felt the universe sending you a sign, share it in the comments below. Someone out there might need your faith tonight. And you, by sharing your story, could become the light they've been waiting for. Write this down. I've received a message from the universe, and I know I'm not alone. Because when you say those words, you send out the vibration of trust, and this world becomes softer, brighter, just because of a few words you dared to speak. When one person tells their miracle, hundreds of souls begin to believe they're worthy of theirs too. The big news isn't just to make you smile, it's to make you a messenger of God, light. If someone offers you an opportunity, share it forward. If you are loved, let that love heal more hearts. If someone tells you, "I believe in you," say those words to the one who needs them most. Because light only fulfills its purpose when it's shared. And that is the deepest gift Mercury and Venus are giving you now. Not just news, but the reconnection of humanity through the heart. I believe the door you see opening now isn't just an event, an opportunity, or a person. It's a feeling blooming quietly inside your heart, the feeling of peace, of trust, of being loved. The real doorway was never outside. It's hidden in the smile you've rediscovered, in the faith you thought was gone, and in the light you've chosen to keep alive, even when the world around you was still dark. The door doesn't open to lead you somewhere new. It opens to bring you home to the place where the universe has been waiting for you all along. But Sagittarius, this door is only the beginning of a deeper journey. Because once you receive the message, you'll be invited into a new phase, one where your soul no longer just receives, but creates. In the next chapter, you'll understand more about the spiritual journey when Sagittarius becomes the bearer of light. It's the point where every lesson, every tear, and every miracle gathers into one greater mission, to become the light that guides others. When you've learned to trust the light, the universe will turn you into the lamp itself. The sun is now illuminating your 9th house, the sacred realm of wisdom, spirit, and expansion. This isn't a time to search for answers outside yourself anymore. It's when the light within you begins to shine outward, to lead others through the same darkness you once walked. In astrology, the 9th house represents the quest for meaning, the leap beyond logic into the sacred realm of faith. And Sagittarius, you were born to carry that light, the light of truth, of kindness, of hope. Once you asked the universe, "Why did I have to lose so much?" And now, as the sun lights your 9th house, the answer comes softly. Because you weren't born only to receive light, you were born to become it. Souls who carry Sagittarius energy are rarely given easy paths. You are not here to skim the surface of life. You are here to open roads through your experience, your scars, your compassion. When others lose faith, you whisper, "It will be okay." When they are lost, you show them light, sometimes through a smile, a kind word, or simply your presence. Sagittarius doesn't preach, they embody. You don't need to stand on a stage to teach. Just living with faith and kindness means you are already fulfilling your role as a bearer of light. The sun shining in your 9th house brings not just awareness, but understanding. It shows you that knowledge doesn't live only in books. It lives in a heart that has learned to love. You've discovered that not every answer lives in reason. Not every plan leads to happiness. And not everyone who understands you is meant to walk beside you. Sometimes, the universe lets you walk alone not to punish you, but because only in silence can you hear your soul. And once you hear it, everything changes. You stop chasing the grand things and start seeing the sacred in the small ones, a peaceful morning, a gentle glance, a flower blooming right on time, a deep, thankful breath. True wisdom isn't about understanding life, it's about feeling it with a peaceful heart. I believe every Sagittarius soul is part of a greater plan, a plan to help the world remember its faith in goodness. The world today grows noisy, cynical, and afraid. But among that crowd, there are still torches like you souls who have never stopped, believing in kindness, love, and miracles. You are living proof that true light never fades, true goodness never goes out of style, and true love never loses value. Sagittarius, never think you're just ordinary. When you smile through pain, when you help someone quietly, you are changing the world little by little, moment by moment. A bearer of light never needs to shout. Their glow is enough to reach even the darkest corners. As the sun travels through your ninth house, you begin to understand the circle of energy. What you send out always returns not as repayment, but as expansion. You've given love. You've helped others even when you were running on empty. You've believed in people when no one else did. And maybe, at times, you thought you lost. But the universe never lets you lose. It only waits for the perfect moment to return everything in the most beautiful form. So keep giving, but give with awareness, with the quiet, knowing that every act of love carries purpose. When you love through light, the universe loves you through miracles. You have walked through darkness not to boast, but to understand that light cannot exist without shadow. Now, as the sun brightens your ninth house, you are being called to be the light for others, not by saving them, but by living as your true, free, kind, and faithful self. You don't need perfection to inspire. You only need sincerity, because sincerity is the language every soul understands. Sagittarius, you weren't sent to change the world. You were sent to remind the world that it can change. Every time you choose faith instead of fear, every time you choose love instead of anger, every time you choose forgiveness instead of revenge, you light another lamp within your soul. And that light doesn't just guide you. It guides those who are still wandering in the dark. They may never say it out loud, but because of you, they remember that goodness still exists. And so, the universe acknowledges you not with applause, but with blessings. A soul who rekindles faith in the dark has already fulfilled the purpose of a noble spirit. Close your eyes for a moment, take a deep breath, and feel the rhythm of your heart. Do you hear it? That is the heartbeat of the universe, moving in perfect harmony with yours, because you have never been separate from the source. You only forgot that you are an extension of that very light. Every dream you have, every word you speak, every belief you hold is the universe expressing itself through you. And when you live in that awareness, you are no longer merely living. You are serving the expansion of humanity itself. The bearer of light does not shine to stand out, but to help others realize that they too are shining. If you feel your heart warming right now, if you sense that you weren't just born to exist, but to illuminate, write this down in the comments. I am ready to become the light of this world. Because when you declare that, your energy shifts instantly. From seeker, you become guide. From healed, you become healer. And the universe begins rearranging everything around you to help you fulfill that sacred mission. But Sagittarius, your journey doesn't end here. Because once the light awakens, your soul begins a new chapter, a chapter of blessings spreading outward, of cosmic resonance, and of peace that rises from within. In the final part, you'll understand. The miracle has begun when Sagittarius becomes their own answer. That's the moment when light is no longer a flame within you, but a sun shining for the entire world. Because when a Sagittarius realizes they are the light, the world is no longer dark. Sagittarius, take one deep breath. Feel the energy rising inside your chest. It's not just emotion, it's the frequency of a miracle, the vibration that appears only when your heart opens, when you stop demanding and start believing. Tomorrow, when you wake, everything around you might look the same. The same room, the same work, the same life. But something within you will be different, subtle, deep, warm. Maybe it's a message that makes you smile, a hug, a phone call, or a breeze carrying a familiar scent. Small things, yes, but today they will feel different because you have changed. Because your soul has stepped into a new chapter of faith. A miracle isn't something that arrives from outside. A miracle is the moment you realize everything good has always been right here around you. Under the astrological light, Jupiter, your guardian planet, is expanding its energy across your 9th and 10th houses. That means every word you speak, every thought you send out today holds creative power many times stronger than before. If you express gratitude, universe answers with blessings. If you trust, the universe sends opportunity. If you love, the universe opens connection. Sagittarius, you're standing at the threshold between the old and the new, where miracles are no longer a concept, but an energetic reality. So begin with a single word: thank you. Thank the challenges that made you wiser. Thank the pain that taught you how to love deeper. Thank yourself for never giving up. Gratitude doesn't change the world around you. It changes the world within you, where every miracle begins. Maybe all this time you've been asking the universe, when will I finally be happy? And the universe smiled, but stayed silent. Until today, when your heart found peace and you suddenly understood, I am the happiness I've been searching for. Every prayer you've ever sent out never disappeared. They've been circling the heavens all along, only to return in the form of you, the version of yourself that now believes, that now loves, that now gives thanks. The universe doesn't reply in words. It replies through the person you become. Sagittarius, you are the light. And now, you no longer need a miracle, because you are the miracle. Tonight, if you feel a strange warmth filling your heart, don't question it. It isn't coincidence. It's the universe embracing you. A long journey of faith, endurance, and growth is turning its final page. And when you lift your eyes to the sky, you might notice a star shining brighter than usual. That star didn't just appear tonight. It's been waiting for you to be ready to see it. Blessings don't come to the luckiest ones. They come to those patient enough to walk all the way to the end. You've made it here, and that, Sagittarius, is extraordinary. So don't forget to thank yourself, to thank the brave soul that never gave up, the souls of Sagittarius who are watching this right now, are not just hearing a message you're awakening together, a frequency, the frequency of faith and light. And you, when you tap that heart, when you share this video, when you write a few words below, you're helping that frequency spread across the world. If these words touch your heart, pause for a moment and write in the comments, "I am ready to receive my sacred joy." Don't see it as just a sentence. See it as a sacred vow between you and the universe. When you write it down, your energy changes. Your field of light expands. And the universe begins to respond, sending you synchronicities, small coincidences that are anything but random. They are the perfect orchestration of divine timing. If this video has reached you, like it as a quiet yes to the light. Share it to let this energy of faith reach those who are tired and losing hope. Because maybe that small action will be the universe's hand, touching someone who just needed one reason to keep believing. When you share the light, you lose nothing. You simply make the world brighter. Tomorrow, when the good news arrives, no matter how small or grand it may be, lift your head, smile softly, and whisper, "Thank you," because you deserve it, because you've completed the lesson of the dark, because now you are no longer afraid. You understand that everything that ever happened was guiding you back to yourself in your most beautiful form. When you are grateful, your soul becomes transparent, and through you, the light finds its way to others. Don't think of this as an ending. There are no endings in the journey of light. Each chapter closes only to open another wider, deeper, more radiant. So have faith, because the miracle has already begun. But before you go, there's something I need you to know. When you start to shine, there will always be eyes watching you. Someone, maybe an old friend, a soul connection, or a person quietly trying to rediscover their own light, is watching. They're being awakened by your glow. In the next video, I'll tell you about the one who has been silently observing your rise and why they're afraid of losing your light again. Because when a Sagittarius shines, the universe uses that light to guide every lost soul home. Tomorrow, when your blessing arrives, lift your head, smile, and give thanks. Gratitude is the strongest frequency for opening the gates of grace. You are not merely granted miracles, you are the miracle. Every time you share your light, you help the world remember its faith in goodness. Sagittarius, smile when the morning comes, because the light you see out there is the reflection of the light within you. Live as if everything good already belongs to you, because truly, it already does. The miracle has begun, and your journey is only just beginning.